Rongrong, we featured you. We every morning on Sunny 99.1, we do something called Tell Me Something Good. And we featured this beautiful young lady who has these incredible illustrations on ladies' Texans wear. And we're like, wait, so I kind of had to research you a little bit. And you are this fantastical illustrator. Vogue magazine, I mean, every single fashion magazine you have illustrated for. Somehow you end up in Houston working with the Texans on this really cool collaboration. Tell us about this.
Yeah. Well, this is a dream come true. I've never think about as a fashion illustrator, I can work with a NFL team
Yeah.
for football. So this is a dream come true. And when the Texans reach out to me, they're like, you know what? We have more female fans than the male fans, but we want to update our gears for the women. So will you create a collection to feature the diversity of the female fans and how passionate they are to their team? So of course I would say yes.
You
Yeah.
say yes, and then you're thinking, oh my gosh, what am I going to do?
Yeah.
Right? Because what you came up with is just spectacular.
Thank you. We did a lot of like brainstorm. We had meetings together and discuss what we want to showcase in this collection and what's the best way to deliver. So I also look through hundreds of real female fans during the game days in the home game. So I took inspiration from that's what we want to do, show the real, show how real, how passionate are these women.
Yeah.
So yeah.
These now, the T-shirt collection is adorable. So you've
Thank
got
you, yeah.
all types of Houston women
Yes.
wearing the cutest outfits, and they're featured either a singular woman or there's the girlfriends, groups of
Yes.
4, and you can just kind of pick whichever one you relate to, and you can. It's almost like you're wearing this really cool stylized illustration of yourself.
Yes, exactly. To bring the best of themselves out
Yeah.
when they wear the clothes.
And if
Yeah.
you get really excited about that, you've got coffee cups, you've got bags, you've got a whole collection at the Texan store.
Yes.
Which is just something, I don't know if any other team has actually gotten a fashion illustrator to create a line for women in the
I
NFL. I
think
mean, is
we're
this like the first one?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
So how did the Texans find you? That's what I'm curious about.
Yeah, how the Texans fans actually work with the owner's wife, Hannah McNair.
Yes, yes.
A few times for like on personal project, like Christmas gift or something. So she posted on her social media, and the marketing director saw it, and then she has this brilliant idea, wants to create something for the whole female fans as well.
And I want to talk about your journey to Houston, but since you're here now and you are a Houston woman, isn't it funny how in Houston it's so much about collaboration?
Yeah.
You know, you're working with the Texans owner's wife. The marketing director sees her Instagram, reaches out to you guys, and you create this incredibly delightful project.
Yes.
And I bet you feel that a lot about Houston.
Yeah, I do. I feel the openness. I feel friendly, the collaboration, like you said. So there's like people are very, very open to offer opportunities.
I'm listening to your accent. It's not a Southern accent. So I know you came here from China.
Yes.
Talk a little bit about your journey from China, going to school there,
Yeah.
to all the destinations that you've made along the way to get to Houston.
Yes. So my journey is kind of long. It's like 10 years journey. I graduated from Shanghai. I always an art kid. My parents like sent me how to art school, how to draw since I was 6. And after I graduated from college in Shanghai, I actually work as a concept artist. I draw like monsters and soldiers for video games.
Wait a minute, you were a video game? You know how many people are like, oh my gosh, you're like a celebrity, a video game illustrator?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so I design concepts, those characters for video games.
Like any that we know of that you can point to that?
A lot of featured in Japan, so a lot of Japanese and Korean video game company that
Man.
outsourced to Shanghai for us to create.
Can I get personal for a minute? Is that a good paying job?
It's paying very good.
Yeah.
But it's long hour.
Yeah.
And all the time on the computer, like, because you have to draw on the computer, use a template. So it's like 10 hours there at the computer.
Did they give you guidance on what they wanted these monsters or soldiers or whatever it was that you were drawing? Did they tell you, okay, this is what our concept is. We need you to draw it.
Yes. So for the company, they have a team of writers as like, they draft the games, what the storyline looks like, what this character looks like, and they will give us like writing paragraph.
Okay.
How this guy should look like, and then we're the visual team. We're gonna translate into the real what it looks like.
Did you find that it was an easy thing for you? Was it a struggle? Was it enjoyable?
It's something I think I can use my art skill to do and make a living.
Right.
But I was not enjoy because I've been doing a lot of like bloody monsters,
Bloody monsters and soldiers.
Just, it's not something like a 20 years old girl wants to do.
Right.
So I feel like, and at that time I was heavily influenced by the TV show Friends.
Oh my gosh, look at you.
Yeah, I was like, oh, I want to move to New York and live a life like Friends.
Get out of here. You really thought it existed.
Yeah, I was that naive.
So,
yeah,
you go to New York?
Yeah. So I find that I always want to draw for fashion, something that I've been interested since I was a little kid. So I want to use my skill to use for fashion. And I find there's a school which is Fashion Institute of Technology in New York that offer a program called Fashion Illustration. So it's like no-brainer. I just applied.
Amazing.
And,
so it was Friends that kind of inspired you.
Yeah, I want to live a different life because I feel like I was young. I want to experience different life, and I like Friends lifestyle.
Yeah. Do you like to drink coffee? Because that's one of my favorite. Yeah.
I love, yes.
Which is the character that you most relate to? Like, which was the character you thought, boy, if I could be that one? Was it Jennifer Aniston? Was it Courtney Cox? Which one was it?
Well, I love Phoebe.
Oh, Phoebe's your girl. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
She's so goofy, and just like you never know what she's thinking in her mind. So
she's like a rocket scientist. I mean, in real life, she's a genius. She's an amazing actress. Yeah, that is so cool. So you go to the Fashion Institute in New York, and no problem getting in because you had all these skills, great resume. And did you finish college there? Did you that was it? Did you think New York was going to be the place for you, or what happened?
Like, of course, when I was 20, all I wanted is to move to New York and experience different life. I really just like live day by day and see how I feel about the city, how I feel about America, and if I want to stay. So I finished 2 years. It's a 2-year program where I study, about fashion, about how fashion illustration goes around. But it's always an up and down circle.
Right.
And I feel at that time, like fashion illustration is coming back. So I believe that this is something I could make a living, or there's a needs for the fashion illustration.
Right.
So I want to stick around, and after graduate, I find a fashion designer job in the garment industry. But I always have that, like,
that dream.
That drive, that dream inside of me that I want to use my art skill to do something like,
Did you speak English when you came to America?
We studied like a lot of writing in school, and then spoken is not something
You're doing
we
extremely well. I just didn't
Thank
know if,
you.
since you didn't live in America, how you learned English so well.
Yeah, it's I just
You watched Friends all the time.
I watch a lot of Friends, but I have to use the subtitle so I can understand.
Yeah.
But I think really it's just put yourself out there, even people don't understand you, but you just have to speak up and
Correct. You figure
yeah.
out a way where you can communicate and understand each other, and
Yeah.
then you start speaking as well as you
always
do.
learning too.
So you spent time in New York as a young lady,
Mm-hmm.
and you finished up college. You're working in the garment district. You're a beautiful young lady, so I could see fashion places saying, "Let's hire Rongrong because she's so pretty." So what were you doing in that business?
I was design lingerie, so
Ah,
also it's like a lot of computer work. You have to use like that program called Illustrator to design the lingerie for teen girls or for like adult women.
right.
Yeah.
Have you ever been to Top Drawer Lingerie over here in Uptown Park?
No.
You have to check it out. You do. They're wonderful, and they've got
I'd
very
love
unique
to.
designer lingerie. I wonder if any of them could be your your designs. That would be amazing.
Yeah.
So after Uptown Park, Top
Yes.
Drawer Lingerie, check them out. So you're doing your lingerie design, and then what happened?
Then what happened is I just always have the each to have my own company or to be my own boss because my dad he has his furniture business for like 30 years. I just so inspired by him, and he's able to provide me come to America, which a
Right.
lot of my my classmates and co-workers they couldn't do.
So Dad's entrepreneurial spirit
Yeah.
was really strong influence for you,
Mm-hmm.
and you learned because the entrepreneurial life can be really lonely and very hard. You
Yeah.
don't have a big company supporting you. You've got to do it on your own.
Yeah, I gotta do on my own. So then like I start researching. I found like some business coach. I just keep watching YouTube video, but I still have that hesitation to start be a freelancer or be my own business in New York because the living is so expensive.
Right.
And then at that time, I just married to my husband, and we're talking about moving because New York is also very cold.
Yeah.
That's not something I like. I mean, friends' life it was fun, but now
But it
it's,
was TV. It wasn't real.
yeah. Now move to adults' life.
Yeah, exactly. So you and what does your husband do?
He worked for a wireless tower company.
Right.
He does finance. So their headquarters is in Houston, and he worked from home that time in New York.
So you're thinking, well, Houston gets kind of warm. I mean, were you two discussing Houston, or did you just say, Houston, we're coming? Or were you a little bit wondering, maybe someplace else in America we'd move to?
So at that time, I haven't traveled to many places. I traveled to San Francisco, LA, all these places, but I have no idea about what Houston looks like or any other like the quote unquote real America looks like.
Yeah.
Except New York. So I just told him, now we married, and you gotta put your big boy pants on to go to a real office.
Instead of working at home? Wow.
Yes.
He's like, what did I marry here?
Yeah, he was not expect that. But I'm glad he listened, and we actually moved to. So the first job we moved to Charlotte for a few months.
Okay.
Unfortunately, that was not my city. We and then we're discussing, is there any other cities? So he said there's two. One is Pittsburgh, one is Houston. Where would you like to move to?
I think that's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
Right?
That's a no-brainer. And I don't know what Houston looks like, but that sounds good.
It's funny. I moved here 36 years ago, and we didn't have Google search. So it's not like I could Google on my phone to see what Houston looks like, because I don't know if I would have moved here then. It was very different then than it is today. So you
Yeah.
moved at a really nice time. There's a lot of
Going
excitement and cultural diversity, and the downtown area is just booming with excitement and
Yes.
things to do in our theater district. Of course, our restaurants.
Oh my God.
Right?
Too much
So you come
good
to
stuff.
Houston. You pick Houston.
Yes.
And was that a unanimous agreement? He wanted Houston also?
Yeah.
How long have you been here?
We've been here 5 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
And was it a good choice?
Yeah, of course, it's amazing choice. I'm so glad I become a new Houstonian.
How did you figure out where to live? I mean, we've got so many different personalities, whether it's the suburbs, the city, the
Yeah.
Montrose. I mean, how did you even decide?
Yeah. Well, when the requirement is very easy for me. Something easy to travel to walk to. Because we're in New York, we don't drive.
Right,
So
right.
come here, that's the biggest jest for me.
Yeah. You
Is
wanted to
the
be able to walk.
highway.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It can be pretty intimidating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On a 5-lane highway. Oh my God.
5 lane, isn't it 20 lane?
I know.
So are you in the city area or in the
Yeah.
Oh, you live in the city
Yeah,
area.
I live
Okay.
in the city. I'm like, oh no, moving to a suburb, have to go 1 hour to each place.
Right. Do you take metro? Do you hop on the metro rail a lot?
I never take the metro. I just drive, but relatively close.
Small area,
Yeah.
small distances. That's
Yeah.
excellent. And you love downtown. I think downtown
Yeah.
is just so dynamic and wonderful.
Yeah,
I
it's
love our
beautiful.
city. I love our city. So you get here, and is your husband happy here?
Yeah, it's very happy. We're making friends. And, yeah, everybody as like a lot of people like us. They move from other city to here, so easy to make friends. And
You're seeing a younger dynamic moving into our city because the cost of living is amazing. Where you can go to eat. I mean, my gosh, what type of food don't we have?
I know.
Right? And it makes
So
going other
good.
places, you're like, oh, I don't like their barbecue. I don't like their, we've just got so much here. The fusion of different cultures in our foods.
Oh yeah.
What have you found to be your
diverse.
favorite restaurant?
Well, my favorite restaurant is of course an Asian fusion restaurant. It's called Roca Accor. It's by the Central Market area on Westland. So very
Oh,
close
Wesleyan.
here.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
They have
Kind of Highland Village area.
yeah,
Uh-huh.
Highland Village.
That's excellent.
That's
What
my favorite.
do you and your husband, when you're not busy illustrating, and just we're going to get back to your illustrating. I always love to kind of take a peek into our Houston women's personal lives. Like,
Yeah.
what would a day in Rongrong's life be like? From a cup of coffee in the morning, or do you start out maybe meditating or reading, and then as you get through your day?
Yeah, when I'm not working, which is I can't remember when was the last time, but when I'm not working, I love exercise, go to gym or running in the Memorial Park,
Right.
and then I go home either have we go out for brunch or we stay home and cook big
Nice.
breakfast.
Good.
Yeah.
And when you are working, do you work out of your house? Do you have to go to a place to work, or?
I usually work from home. I have like rooms that dedicate to my business. So I usually work from home, but also sometimes I switch to different coffee shops. Just
Great idea. Yeah.
get some new inspiration going.
Yeah. You're obviously very observant in the women and the art. I went to your website, and because I want to order a canvas of your woman in France with the Eiffel Tower. And I love the fact that you've got paper prints, you've got it on canvas. I mean, if you go to Rongrong's website, tell us how people can reach you.
They can find me. So the easiest way they go is to go to www.shoprongrong.com.
RONG.
Yeah, shoprongrong.com.
And you'll find, so many great ideas with these beautiful women. Great sayings. Where are you getting your inspiration for your mottos or your sayings that are on your artwork?
I think there's a few main points that I wanna my art speak of is we're celebrating that diversity. Just like Houston or even America is so diverse, we all from everywhere to live in this country. And then I also want empowering them. So women empowerment is a big part of my collection as well. I want to use those saying to encourage the women, to motivate them. live their best.
I mean, you've got single women, you've got women who just had babies, you've got every kind of woman featured
Yes.
in your illustrations that I just love, and the fabrics that you choose and the polka dots, and it's just the colors are just incredible. And there's one thing that I was listening to you talk about. Your dad's an entrepreneur. You obviously learned how to search and question and be curious when you're trying to find a solution to a problem. I love that you went online to YouTube and watched. What were they, business leaders, or how did you do that? What were you looking at that taught you almost how to be your own business person?
I'm always learning. I'm always a hard worker and a learner. So I know I just have that each inside me to motivate me to do something, find opportunity on my own. Yeah, and I am just I don't think my future is work for someone else, and that's period. So I have to do whatever it takes to be the person that have the freedom.
Yeah, so you can work for yourself, but you have to find clients and business so you can continue to work for yourself.
Yeah, and I know that I never had any business training, so I have to learn somehow. That's why I go to on YouTube. I find some like business coach, and they talk about business. Even though at that time I don't have one, but I know I should learn.
Right.
Just be ready. Yeah.
Do you listen to podcasts?
Oh yeah, I love podcasts.
What are your favorite podcasts? Top 2 favorites.
Top 2?
Yeah.
Wow, I have so many, but I my favorite is this person called Cassie Haler, and she has a podcast called Don't Quit Your
Day Job?
Yes.
I think I've heard of that.
Quit Your Day Job.
Oh,
Something.
quit your day job?
Yeah.
Okay.
She encouraged people like me or artists or freelancer to don't keep your day job. I think that's
Don't
the name.
keep your day job. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I like that. I'm going to have to check that out.
Yeah. She interviewed like amazing artists, Instagrammer, YouTuber, influencer, all these people to see how they make their own personal brand and be successful.
One thing that I've learned in speaking with our Houston women, lots of influencers I've had on this show as well, highly motivated.
Yeah.
Sometimes their motivation or their idea came from a sad or a dark place, hardworking, very curious. Did your motivation just come from, thank you, Dad, for doing this for me, and now it's my turn to go out and work hard? I mean, is that what? Because that would be wonderful if you just watched your dad succeed, and what he was able to provide for you, and you're like, I'm going for it, you know?
Yeah, I think like my motivation is always just be grateful. Like see my dad, he sacrificed a lot his time. He doesn't go on vacation or something, but he's able to work hard and build a safety net. More than a safety net for me and my mom. So that's what I want to do for my next generation, for my family.
That's so awesome.
Yeah.
How are you finding the work ethic of your age group? Now, you're a millennial, right?
Yes.
And it seems like you'd be very prompt. You show up probably earlier than your scheduled meeting. How are you finding that? Are you finding a lot of people in Houston who have that same really excellent work ethic?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I have a retail shop in the Galleria Mall. It's on the first floor next to Nordstrom, and I am in a group of local female entrepreneurs.
Wonderful.
Yeah, and we become friends, and we all about the same age. So that's how I feel. I feel like we all very motivated and ambitious and wants to make a difference with our skill or products.
That is amazing. Do you have your product there in the Galleria that we could come and look at?
Yeah.
Right, you're right by Nordstrom, did you say?
Yeah, next to Nordstrom,
awesome.
first floor.
Okay, well then I'll have to go over there. I love that. And what other women are you collaborating with there? All artists?
We have fashion designer. She handmade her own clothes. And then we have a handbag designer. We have women that, another clothing brand that dedicate to plus size curvy girls. And then, we have all variety. And we have candle Yes.
A candle maker too,
Candle
just in time
maker.
for holidays?
Yes.
I love that.
Yeah.
I'm so glad I did not know that. That is amazing.
Yeah.
Do you do normal things? Like, do you ever take time to binge watch TV other than Friends? Are you on Netflix? Do you watch Amazon Prime? Any of
Yeah.
those things? Because really, some of our women are like, no, I don't have any time for
Oh,
TV.
no.
And others go, oh, I love, having my
Yeah.
guilty pleasures.
Well, I think just 2 days ago, my husband's like, "Are you really willing to sacrifice 3 hours of your life watch Bachelor in Paradise?" I said yes.
That is so funny because you're working all day, your mind, right? You need to just
Yeah.
kind of just relax and do something mindless, right?
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Life, that's my balance.
Yeah, that is excellent. And what about your diet? Do you eat special things to give energy, to get energy, or do you just kind of like, whatever, I'm a busy lady, I just eat what's there?
I'm very house conscious. I always buy food from Whole Foods, organic, all that stuff.
Right.
Yeah. Make sure I have the best quality of things to give me energy.
Right. Are you a 3-meal-a-day person? Do you do intermittent fasting? That seems to be the trend now that gives us more energy. Fast one of your meals, just don't eat for a meal and then go back to it the next day. Are you pretty consistent?
Yeah.
Because us women we love learning stuff like that from other women.
I eat. I'm a eater.
You eat. Okay, so you eat. You don't fast, you eat.
Yeah.
What about hair and makeup? Have you found a special place in town that you just absolutely love? Or are you kind of a DIY or you do it yourself at home?
I buy makeup. I buy everything from Sephora.
From Sephora.
Yeah.
Excellent. And you've got beautiful hair.
Thank you.
I mean, your hair is gorgeous.
Hair, I don't really do much.
Because you're very lucky. You're very lucky.
It can be very boring.
Where do you like to get your clothes?
Oh, I buy clothes from those boutiques around the city center. There's like cute boutiques.
Okay.
One of my favorite called Lily Rain. I love their clothes.
Dee?
Lily Rain.
Lily Rain?
Yeah.
Oh, Lily Rain. I know
Yeah.
Lily Rain. Yeah, it's right by Whole Foods off Voss
yeah,
at San
yeah.
Felipe, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're so cute.
That
I
is
love
excellent.
their clothes.
That
I
is
buy a lot of stuff from them. And then I also there's boutiques in Rice Village, also very cute.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just whenever I step upon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I encourage our listeners to go check out this Texans lady clothing line because it's upbeat, it's empowering, it's absolutely adorable. It just makes you smile.
Yeah.
And I know that's probably what you were trying to achieve, right?
Yeah, that's my goal, to make people happy bright their day. So.
And I have to be curious, what were you doing for the Texans owner's wife? Like when you said for like with the gifts in terms of paintings or?
Yeah, so they hired me 1 year to join their Christmas party, pajama party. So they're having fun, and each of them, I sketched them as like a portrait.
Oh my gosh!
So they can take home. And also another year, they hired me to do a different group of their girlfriends, and I put on a coffee mugs.
Can people hire you to do that? Like if there's a big event, or is that very hard to do because you're a very busy woman?
I used to do that more often, but like starting last year, I put more my focus onto like a daily consumer-based product, like create collection so I can share with more women.
What's your Instagram? I know that a lot of people love Instagram, and we can find a lot of stuff of yours
My
there.
Instagram is Rongrong, RONG _ DeVoe, DEVOE _ illustration.
Excellent.
But the easiest way, if you type Rongrong,
It'll come up. It'll come up because I've seen it. It's beautiful.
Thank you.
If you haven't seen the women's collection at the Texan store, check it out. Definitely go to, and it's rongrong.com.
It's Shop Rongrong.
ShopRongrong.com, and you will find an absolute delightful selection of empowering women illustrations, fashion, and really cool things. And I know you focus on New York and Paris and Houston.
Yeah.
And it's just some lighthearted, fun, beautiful, just beautiful stuff for the holidays. And then if you want to go meet her, how often are you in the Galleria at your store?
I usually there on a Saturday afternoon.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So, yeah, right next to Nordstrom's. You can
Right
check her
next
out
to-
there.
Yes.
Well, I'm so glad to meet you. I'm so glad we got to bring you in. I was looking at pictures of you when the article came out about you collaborating with the Texans. I'm like, oh my God, she's adorable. So
Thank
good
you
for you.
so much for the
Welcome to
opportunity.
Houston. I'm glad you found your way here.
I am so happy to be here.
That's excellent. Well, we're happy to have you. Another incredible Houston woman making our city the best city ever.
Yay. Thank you.